It's time for the Daily Stand Up Podcast presented by Agile Dad with your host, Lee Henson. Without any further ado, let's get started. All right, everyone. For today, I thought I'd keep this one short and sweet. We've had a couple of longer podcast episodes lately. I think it's just that as I get excited about topics, they tend to drag a little longer, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to make sure we keep it in that 10-minute time frame if possible. This topic, though, I had an executive approach me, and they were talking about the product owner role, and they were trying to understand the difference between a product coach, a product owner, and a product manager, and how a business analyst and project manager tied in with the scrum master to help bring the product to pass. And I was like, oh my goodness. If we're trying to steer an agile team towards success, that is a recipe for disaster. So, how do we understand what the product owner does and who the product owner is? And I'm going to go back to my childhood and talk about He-Man and Masters of the Agile Universe. So imagine a world where requirements are constantly changing, priorities are shifting, stakeholders are never satisfied. Sounds like a nightmare, or is it more like reality? That's where the product owner steps in like a superhero and saves the day. So that begs the question, what does a product owner do? Now, if you've ever been to my class before, I have a long-winded definition of product owner. So I'm going to try to take this and simplify it as much as I can. In class, I talk about how the product owner is a lot like a lawyer, and I give a long-winded explanation, but I want to give you a different one today. The product owner is like the captain of a ship in agile development. They steer the team in the right direction, prioritize the work, and ensure that the end product meets the needs of the consumers. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. So, product owners create and maintain a well defined product backlog, set priorities for the team with regard to urgency and how we're going to do things in a stack rank order, ensures the product meets the consumer's needs by doing mapping and callbacks and sessions and whatnot. They act as a bridge between the stakeholder and the team, and they make tough decisions when necessary. So that's the product owner's key responsibilities in a nutshell. Now, skills, that's something different. So they need to have excellent communication skills, strong leadership skills. They need to be able to have empathy for their end users. And empathy means not just walking a mile in someone else's shoes, but remembering to take yours off first. So empathy without bias. They need to exhibit decisiveness, and they need to have adaptability and not be afraid of change. They need to press forward with change. Now, that doesn't come without challenges, right? So, what are some of the challenges that product owners face? Well, they're constantly managing competing priorities. There's 8 different people who all want 8 different things. How do I know which of the 8 things to work on first? Dealing with difficult stakeholders. Sometimes all stakeholders aren't roses, right? Some stakeholders actually stink. And it's a matter of dealing with those stakeholders and trying to figure out how you're going to deal with them and how you're going to talk to them, because you still need to do their work. You can't just always put them off, right? How about adapting to changing requirements? Needs change quite frequently in agile projects. It doesn't have to be one size fits all spandex model for doing product management. Also, the product owner is expected to make tough decisions under pressure. Sometimes we're under the wire and they got to decide whether it's going to be A or B, and nobody can decide for them. The product owner's got to step up and make that decision. So with that, it's evident to me that the product owner is crucial on the team. But I think that when you start getting a confusion of all the different namesakes that I referred to earlier, my advice is I don't care whether you call them a product evangelist, product owner, product superhero. I don't care what you call them, product manager, as long as you understand what the responsibilities are and you see to it that at least, one able-minded person in the organization takes on this set of responsibilities and tries hard to make sure that the team has the tools they need to be successful so that Agile can flourish in the organization. So that's going to do it for this episode. Short and sweet. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at agiledad.com. We would love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.